From the Bob Mills Weather Center, Oklahoma weather expert, Lacey Swope.
Lace, today we are seeing some relief in the heat, and I never thought I'd be excited about 90-degree temperatures.
I'm telling you, there's such a big difference between a heat index of 115, 120, and the upper 80s, low 90s with no heat index, and that's where we are. Last week, it was so brutally hot and humid, just excessive humidity. Now the air is drier, it's cooler, and it feels a whole lot better. We've got 50s, we've got 60s, and a few 70s out the door this morning. This map was blanketed with 80s every morning last week. Last week, this map looked a lot different as well, so you will notice the difference. It was still humid yesterday. That cooler air was still filtering on in, but today it's going to be much less humid in the afternoon hours and really no heat index expected. Far southern Oklahoma, heat index will still be a factor. We'll be tracking that down along the Red River. Now, there goes the cold front from your weekend, and the next front that is approaching is moving into the northern plains as we speak. It does kind of give us a reinforcing north wind in Oklahoma. Doesn't necessarily bring in cooler temps, but it does continue to provide drier air and a brief opportunity for a shower or thunderstorm. There's rain out in the Texas Panhandle, not in Oklahoma. NextGen Live is quiet. We'll be tracking a few showers tomorrow morning, the possibility for them in the north and northwest. We're at 70 degrees at Will Rogers. That's our Lucky Star Skycam network, live from downtown Oklahoma City. No heat index to speak of, and the dew point value is down to 62 degrees in Oklahoma City. So much more comfortable than those mid-upper 70-degree readings. It's 59 in El Reno, 65 in Chandler, 62 Watonga, 64 in Byers. Temperatures below average. There are 50s across the northwest. Look at Alva, 57 degrees, 57 in Sealing, 61 in Enid. A true fall feel for some folks. It's 61 in Newkirk. 50s all across the north and northeast. You get down into southern Oklahoma, still some lower and mid 70s and still pretty humid, but drier air still pushing on down to the south. Highs into the 80s, the lower 90s today. It's still hot, but it's below our average. It's still typically hot for the last week of August, and typically August into September, the tropics start to heat up, and we are seeing that. This is Idalia, which is now a tropical storm headed up towards Cuba, heads over the warm Gulf waters into the next couple of days, and as it does, it rapidly develops and strengthens. Winds could easily be in excess of 115 miles per hour, up to a Category 3, could be stronger with some of the latest data as it makes its way into West Florida. Early in the morning on Wednesday, storm surge 6 to 9 feet from places like Tampa Bay, possibly all the way up towards Crystal River, then kicks back out towards the Atlantic. Now, as far as the impacts of this on Oklahoma, won't have any rain, wind, nothing like that in Oklahoma, but I know so many folks have loved ones in Florida, or maybe you have a vacation planned on the West Coast. The exact track will still be fine-tuned over the next 24, 48 hours, so stay tuned. We're comfortable across Oklahoma as far as the temperatures go and the dew points go. Slight chance of rain and storms tonight and tomorrow. There goes that hurricane. For us, the heat dome. Here it comes, back over Oklahoma. Strong Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but it does push further east, and that means by Labor Day, we get a weakening. We actually have a chance for a few pop-up showers and storms, and the temperatures not quite as hot, but we're still above average into the start of next week. Now, speaking of the rain tonight, we'll have a few showers and a few thunderstorms in the northwest. Try to form, chances about 20–30%. That fizzles, and the reinforcing cold front makes its way in. May fire a few isolated showers and storms tomorrow afternoon and evening. A couple of areas may get a brief downpour, some intense lightning, but the chances for any one particular area, they're pretty slim. We're dry in Oklahoma City tonight, the way it looks. We're in the low 60s once again, a very comfortable start for your Tuesday. Temperatures 60s, still a few 70s down to the southeast, 90 coming up for tomorrow, but again, a north breeze, so very little in the way of humidity. Very slight chance of a pop-up thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon. And then here comes your Wednesday. Highs again, upper 80s, low 90s, but we do warm it up, mid-upper 90s into the weekend. Those isolated storm chances into Labor Day. And we're coming back right after this break.